Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be looking at vocabulary for Unit 5, Week 2. And our vocabulary words this week, we're going to start with this word, which is observe. Observe. If you observe something, you can observe the beautiful scenery outside. You can observe what is happening on the playground. You can observe what's happening in your science experiment. And what does observe mean then? It means to watch carefully. If you observe something, you watch it carefully. Sometimes in class I'll say, you need to pay attention more. You need to observe carefully to what's going on so that you will remember what was happening. Okay, the next word is vast. Now that's not an outlaw word. That's an easier word to say. Vast. If something is vast, I look out at the ocean and I see vast water. I look at the mountain and it is vast. Or I look out at the forest, it is vast. What is it? It is very large. Okay. A little hill will not be vast because it would not be very large. This truck has a vast amount of dirt in it. It has a very large amount. So vast is something large. Can you think of anything that is vast? Anything that you have there at home, or if you look out the window, that is vast. And what things do you observe when you look out the window? What things do you see? Now, if I'm walking down the road and I just quickly take a glance at something and look back, have I observed it? No, because it says to watch carefully. Okay, our next word is certain. Are you certain that the answer was right? A lot of times when you're taking your math test, and I'll go back and I'll go, are you certain about this answer? Look at it again, check it again. Are you certain? And a lot of times you'll tell me, yeah, I'm certain. Okay. Are you certain that it's going to rain today? So if you are certain about something, what are you? You are sure it is true. Okay, you're sure your answer on the math test is true. You're sure it's going to rain today. You saw the clouds. The weather report is it's going to rain. You're sure it's going to rain. Okay, the next word is remained. Remember, we can cover up the E, D, and we have remain. Remained means something that happened in the past. So you took home a lot of your books out of your desk at school, or we gave them to you, but there are some things that remained in your desk at school. Your mother told you to get all the things off the floor in your room, but there remained at least 2 more things that you should have put away. Okay, so remained means that it stayed the same or stayed in place. Okay, you left something in your room, it stayed in place. Your desk at school, some of the things stayed in place, and you will get them later. Okay, he remained at the party for a long time. He stayed there. Or that tree, I planted it years ago. It has remained there for years. It stayed in the same place. Of course, trees don't get up and jump around, do they? Okay, next word. We've had the word thought. Now, thoughtful. Full at the end of a word means full of. So thoughtful would be full of thought. So if you are thoughtful about something, you're full of thought about it. You're thoughtful about your work. You take care to do your work well. If you're thoughtful with your brother and your sister, you take care of them. You are kind to them. So if you're thoughtful, you're kind and you think about how others feel. Okay? At school time, we talk a lot about being thoughtful, about thinking before you do something, being careful that you don't hurt each other's feelings. We don't say mean things because we want to be thoughtful. So we are kind and we think about how others feel. Would it be thoughtful to take somebody's pencil without asking? No, because you need to be kind. You need to think of how they would feel if they all of a sudden didn't have their pencil anymore. So you ask them before you take it. Okay, next word is, and we cover up the ED, sound out the word leap, leaped. The ED means it happened in the past. Okay, can you think of an animal in particular that you would think of that would leap? Okay, how about a frog? A frog leaps. So what does he do when he leaps? He makes a big jump. Okay, we have our number lines with a frog on it, and we talk about how many numbers did he jump, and he can make a big jump when we add a big number. It's if you're out on the playground, I can say leap over the mud puddle. Okay, jump, make a big jump so that you don't land on the mud puddle. Okay, and our last word is, and once again, cover up the ED, and we have stretch. We had this in our story yesterday, that the kitten stretched to try to reach up to the moon. The ED, that's past tense, so it already took place. If you stretch your arm, or if you stretch your legs, you've been sitting for a long time and you stand up and you stretch your legs, what do? You extend a body part. You pull it out. You make it go out longer. Okay, so you extend it. She's extending her arm up over her head. Okay, she is stretching. Okay, so our words are observe, vast, certain, remained, thoughtful, and leaped, and stretched. Okay, we're going to go into our red book with the your U-turn book. Go to the red book and look at page 225. And here we're going to talk about two of our words. We're going to talk about leaped means to have jumped far. Stretch means to have extended a body part. So it says use a word from the box to finish each sentence. We're going to use either leaped or stretched. So Millie leaped her arms to her mother, or Millie stretched her arms to her mother. We're talking about moving a body part is stretched, so she is moving her arms, the body part, so the word is stretched. And we write stretched on the line. Remember to take your time, write carefully, and make sure you get all your letters. We have the TCH that comes after a short vowel for the ch sound. We have the ED at the end of the word to show that it already happened. She stretched her arms to her mother. Okay, I'm not going to mark that out because we only have two words. Okay, the frog blanked across the pond. Okay, we talked before about the frog. What does a frog do? Frog leaps. So he leaped. And watch out for your writing. Do we make mistakes when we write sometimes? Yes, we do. We try to be careful. And sometimes it's harder to write than others, which I'm having a hard time writing with this iPad. But we try to do our very best, don't we? Okay, it says write a sentence using a word from the box. Draw a picture to go with your sentence. Okay, so I'm either going to use leaped or stretched. So what can we write? We talked about leaping. We can leap. The frog can leap. We can leap over a mud puddle. We can stretch our arms. We can stretch our legs. So how about stretched? I stretched my legs. So I stretched my legs. That's only 4 words. I quickly stretched my legs. So that gives us 5 words. I, first word in the sentence, starts with a capital. I, space between your words, quickly, qua. I, k, and we're using CK here. It comes the end of a word after a short vowel, but we're going to add an ending on it, a suffix, li, ol, and we're going to use the Y for the E because it's at the end of a 2-syllable word. I quickly, leave space, stretched. I'd been sitting for such a long time that it hurt, so I quickly stretched my legs. And again, we have the ED because it's something that happened in the past. I quickly stretched my, oops, I didn't come up here like I should have, my space legs. Okay, capital, a period, space between my words, and make sure I wrote everything. I quickly stretched my legs. And here you could draw a picture of somebody stretching their legs. Okay, let's look at the paper that we would do on the test to see how well we remember. Okay, here are the words that we're using. Certain, certain, classify. We didn't have that in our list of words there. I wonder why I'm missing the word classify. Classify, if we classify something, I classified my buttons into red, blue, or green. So what did I do then? I sorted them, okay? We're talking about in our math about classifying things, putting them into groups. I classified my clothes into hats, socks, and shoes, okay? Leaped, we talked about leap, to leap over something, jump over something. Observed, watch carefully. Remained, stay the same. Thoughtful, full of thought, full of kind, considerate. Stretched, to extend an arm, body part. So let's look up here. Extend a body part, and I just said it. Which word was that? Can you guess? Was it certain? You extended body part, certain, classify, leaped, observe, remained, thoughtful, or stretched? Well, it is stretched. I stretched a body part. And I'll mark out the word because I've already used it. Just lightly mark it out in case I made a mistake and have to come back. Okay, arrange things in a certain way. Does certain mean to arrange things in a certain way? No, certain meant that I was sure it was going to happen. Classify, is that to arrange things in a certain way? Yeah, well, we were arranging our buttons in a certain way, weren't we? Into red, blue, green. Okay, so just arrange things in a certain way is to classify them. We classified our triangles and our rectangles and our squares. Put all the rectangles together, all the triangles together, all the squares together. So we classify them. A big jump. If you do a big jump, did you certain? No, that means to be sure of something. Did you leap? Yeah, like a frog. I leaped over the pond. I made a big jump over the pond. Jumped. Okay, sure about something. Okay, was that certain? Yeah, that's what we were talking about before. I'm certain it's going to rain. I'm sure it's going to rain. Certain about something. The next one, thinks about others. If you think about others, we'll see what you use certain. Are you observe? No, that means to watch carefully. Remained? No, that means to stay in the same place. Thoughtful. Are you thoughtful about others? If you think about others, yes. He was thoughtful to his sister when she fell down and got hurt. He was kind to her and helped her get up. He was thoughtful, full of thought. Next one, and use thoughtful. Stayed the same. If I observe something, does it stay the same? No, I can observe a bird flying away. He's not staying in the same place, is he? Remained. Yes, remained. The house remained the same as it was. It stayed the same. Nothing was changed. My sister-in-law used to always like to change the furniture around all the time. It did not remain the same. Okay, and I used remained. To watch carefully, and the word we have left is observe. If you observe something, do you watch it carefully? Yes, you do. You observe something. You watch it carefully. Okay, and that is our lesson on our vocabulary words.